Hey, what's up YouTube? Houston here. And for those of you just finding my YouTube channel, welcome. Please remember to hit that subscribe button and that bell. And for those of you that's been following me and supporting me, salute. And for my favorite patrons, always double salute. Now, today's video, we're actually going to be talking about how to get the X1 high limit Visa credit card. Okay? Now, something about this card that most people don't understand is that this is a Visa signature card. And the secret behind Visa signature credit cards is that most of the time they start out at $5,000. Okay, so that's the reason when this card or the statements, public statements they made is that we give you 5 times the average credit card. Most of the time they're talking about, like with the Visa signature, that starts out about like I said, average is about 5,000. Now, here's more data points so to help you get qualified. The average credit limit on this card is between 24,300. Okay, now they pull Experian FICO 8, and yes, they do a soft pull. Here's the interesting thing. Okay, so they'll do a soft pull to pre-qualify you, but once you accept the card, they're going to do a hard pull. So you'll see an inquiry show up on your Experian FICO 8, and so you're going to lose maybe about 3 points off of your credit score. Okay, now they do offer manual increases. So the more income you have coming into your bank account and stuff like that, and able to produce pay stubs and stuff, then their limits go up higher. Okay, so just keep that in mind. Is that so? If they offer you a lower limit, say that they offer you only 5,000 starting out. However, time, say another 6 months, your income done went up, and then they do offer automatic increases, but you can also ask them to review your file manually to see if you can get a larger line of credit. But the average the average is 24,300 going off of your income Now, again, how they do this is with the Plaid technology. So you'll have to link up your bank account. Now, one of the things that I'm going to tell you guys, if you have money that's being dispersed to multiple bank accounts, and you need to let them know that, okay? So that way they can consider all of your income, right? Because when you hook up with Plaid, it's only going to give you the one bank account. So that may not be enough income for you to qualify for the card. So what you have to do, you definitely have to let them know, hey, I have multiple bank accounts. Let me share my other bank account so you can get approved for the card, okay? All right, so, and it is based on your current and future income. The good thing about it, there's no annual fees, no foreign transaction fees, no late fees on this card. They do offer rewards points on this here card as well, but we're not going to get into that, okay? One of the things about it, most people wonder, well, who issues the card? It's through Coastal Community Bank. So Coastal Community Bank, they do pull your FICO 8 score, okay? So now that you know it's Experian FICO 8 that they will be pulling in order to determine if you're a good candidate for their card. Now, their average credit score is a 670, okay? So that's their average credit score. Now, does that mean because you have a credit score that's under 700 or under 670 that they won't give you the card? No, that does not mean that. But in terms of just letting you know that some of the data points is an average credit score of 670. But if you have good income, because there have been people that had good income, right? They had a good credit score, but their income was low, and then they got denied. But then the other people, they had a low credit score, but vice versa. Basically, is what I'm saying. Okay, so you can have low credit score and good income, and you may be denied, or you may have a good income and a high credit, or low income and a high credit score, and they may approve you. Again, it's all in a matter of their data points and what it is that they're actually looking for. Okay, so just keep that in mind. Now, here's the thing I tell people. They're pulling FICO 8. So my thing is, if you have an average about a 670 FICO 8 score, then you should be hovering maybe about a 690 FICO 9. Now, in terms of FICO 9, here's some of the cards that you definitely should take a look at if you're trying to start out with high limit cards. So like I said, this is Visa Signature, so the average limit is 5,000 plus. Now here's Navy Federal Cash Rewards. I actually made a video explaining this about the data points with Navy Federal. And so we're going to talk about some of those data points. But one thing I want you to understand, if you're just starting out with Navy Federal, okay, once you become a member, and if you're trying to go for a credit card, one of the credit cards I always tell you to go, that I would encourage you to go for, is the Visa Signature Cash Rewards card. This is the card that I would go. I wouldn't go for the Platinum card. You can go for the other Blue Rewards card, but I would probably start with the Cash Rewards card, okay? Again, because it's Visa Signature, and you can actually choose between the MasterCard. They'll ask you, do you want the MasterCard or the Visa Signature? I would tell you to go for the Visa Signature, because with the Visa Signature, most of the time, again, they're going to start you out with 5,000 or higher. Okay, so they pull FICO 9 TransUnion, and then after 91 days, you can request an increase, right? Now, here's something interesting. I know some of you guys that may have lower credit scores, and you have to start with the N Rewards card, which after 6 months of good payment history, it turns into 2,000. But now with Navy Federal, sometimes once they give you that 2,000, they may even bump it up to 3,000, right? Once it converts over, after the 6 months, they may bump it up to 3,000, but they may tell you have to wait, again, 91 days for a higher increase. That's when I would do the midnight hack in order to get a better card, like this Navy Cash Rewards, okay? So just keep that in mind. Here's some of the data points with Navy Federal. If you want higher limit, if you're trying to get that 10, 15, 25,000, here's the secret to that. Using these data points, the internal scoring going from 100 to 450. Once you get about a 350 internal score, and on your credit card application, it actually tells you what your internal score. Now, how do you get it? If you're able to have direct deposit, if you're not able to do direct deposit, I would tell you to at least, web design. I would tell you at least to, sorry guys. Alright, sorry about that. So I would tell you the direct deposit, then if you're not able to do the direct deposit, then I would encourage you to at least weekly put from $50 into the regular into your checking account and $25 into your savings account. Now here's something else that I want you all to understand. In reference, there's a difference between the checking accounts. Again, if you want to go after data points, the good data points for a higher internal score, you may want to look at the flagship checking account. They also have a money market account. Of course, we talked about savings account, CDs, and they have IRAs, okay? And so with them, the more accounts you have with them, the more opportunity you have to get the higher limit credit card. So just keep that in mind. Not saying that's written in stone, because some people may not have as many credit accounts with them, and they still get the higher limit credit cards. And it's probably because either their credit score or they may have a higher income, right? And they may have direct deposit itself. But those are some of the best data points that I could give you that would definitely help you to make sure that you're getting that $10, $15, $25,000 lines of credit with Navy Federal. Okay. Now, again, having to be a member, also some of the things you have to consider. If you're already with Navy Federal, one of the things about it in terms of getting higher limits is keep your utilization low. I would encourage you to keep it, if you're trying to go for another card, keep that utilization under 10%. No insufficient funds. Making sure that you're making your payments on time. All right. And then, of course, it doesn't hurt to have other credit cards. That's the reason. Like I said, if you have bad credit, you may want to start with the End Rewards and a pledge loan, as well as the flagship and the savings account. So those data points will definitely solidify making sure that you're getting good lines of credit with Navy Federal. Okay? Now, here's another card that I would get, and it's FICO 9. Navy Federal is a FICO 9 TransUnion. You have the upgrade, FICO 9 Experian. Now, the average credit score is 560. The minimum credit score is 560. The average credit score is a 678. And so you're going from 500 up to 50,000. The minimum income, it doesn't say, but the average is a 78,000. Does that mean that you have to have 78,000 in income? No. However, I'm just giving you the averages so you can have at least some insight in terms of when you're trying to go after, trying to get, and this upgrade is a Visa signature. So your average credit card limit may be around 5,000. Okay. Now the good thing about it is because of that DTI. The DTI, if you have a lot of credit cards that have open balances, the DTI is 75%. Okay. Most banks, they tolerate up to maybe 50, 55%. So this is one of those cards I would definitely probably want to have to help me build up my credit. And again, like I said, it's FICO 9. So it gives you more leverage. Now, unfortunately, if you're in the state of Colorado, Idaho, New York, Vermont, Virginia, Wisconsin, and Wyoming, this card does not work for you. But there's other FICO 9 cards as well. And one of the FICO 9 cards, soft pull Experian, is the PETAL card. Okay, so the PETAL card, they don't worry about the credit score. Most of their data points are focusing more on the education, how long you've been on the job, how much income you have. Okay, so those are the things that they're actually looking at. And the cool part about it is because they have two types of cards that go from 300 up to 5,000 and then from 300 up to 10,000, okay? So in terms of, like I said, they're not really focused on credit score, but if you have a good income with a low DTI, then you're probably on more of the spectrum of 5,000 and above with a card like this, all right? So that's what I would focus on, again, with the FICO 9 and not the FICO 8. Once I'm able to max out the FICO 9 cards, then I would probably look at the FICO 8 cards and then switch over to the business credit cards, okay? So if you have questions about business credit, personal credit, business credit funding, personal credit funding, then click the link in the description and schedule a one-on-one consultation. Thank you.